at Maymont.
Yes.
Super magical here. We have already seen some beings that we're not sure what dimension they're from necessarily. Things that we've never seen before,
Yes.
either here at Maymont or ever.
Little fruits that are like otherworldly fruits.
Little beings that look like one thing but are colored and shaped a different way.
Yeah. How about that weird bird we saw that had
The same mark
as the spider? Yeah.
We've never seen a bird or a spider that looked like that.
Yeah.
So what we want to talk to you about is getting outside in nature and how, well, a couple things, right? Because we were just saying when we were walking into this little glade that we're in right now, that it's like rooms. When you go to a park or to a nature preserve or something, people, if you don't pay attention, you might just say, oh, well, it's just plants and stuff.
Yeah.
But if you really pay attention and you, for instance, go into the embrace of some of the trees, like we're right now in a, look at where we are. We're like in a grove of pines and stuff. And so when you do this, it's really like you're in a room. It's like you're going into different rooms. So.
Yeah, because the atmosphere, like the ambiance, changes when you move from one place
and the
to another.
temperature and the humidity level,
yeah,
and the lighting, because depending on what it's shining through, it's different colors and different strengths, and everything is different.
Yeah, and then also if you're like really in tune, you can like communicate with all the different like plants and things like that, and they all have like a different feel to them too.
Yeah, we're learning how to do that right now. We're practicing because we just keep thinking, like we were looking at this ant on the tree. And Victoria started talking in this funny voice what the ant might be thinking. And then I realized that she was actually hearing the ant talk. And that's what I think we're doing a lot of the time. Often in my intuitive development classes, people say, is that my intuition or is it my imagination? And usually what you have to do is suspend judgment at first, because so many things that we assume are imagination are intuition. Imagination does exist, but it actually feels quite different than intuition does. So yeah, you were talking and the little ant was talking to you, then we communicate with a frog, and then with plants. And tell them about what this grass told you about stepping on it.
Oh,
it's really deep grass.
Yeah, it's really, really deep, and it was saying that if we just use its little leaves, or whatever those are called, little stalks.
Yeah, I guess, blades.
Blades, yes, thank you. And just like move it with our feet so that it creates a little cushion.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was like that would be easier, and then it said that we have its permission to do that and it wouldn't hurt it or anything like that.
Because I was nervous about stepping on a sharp rock or a branch or something. See, look at me, I'm flicking it off a grass like it's going to hurt me. See, so we're still not fully wilded. Like we're still pretty domesticated, and we're walking barefoot today, which is awesome.
Yes.
Right? And we're talking about how you communicate, because you not only electromagnetically, you ground, like that third plug, when you plug into the ground, and you'll notice that you heal faster. I've noticed that I've gotten just little random injuries, like I burned myself yesterday and it was gone ridiculously fast or whatever. You heal faster because you have less inflammation in your body, because science has found that if you walk barefoot on the grass for 20 minutes, you lose like 80% of the inflammation in your body. It's ridiculous.
Statistics.
Yeah, what energy workers will tell you is that you're grounding, and that is what you're doing, but what science will tell you, all the inflammation goes, which is also true. So not only that, but that means you heal faster, that means that your mood is more even, and also you're connecting chemically with the ground beneath you and vibrationally. So
I love it.
Yeah. So what have you experienced walking barefoot the past couple days?
It's been amazing. I feel like I'm a lot more mindful of where I step and how I step. We were talking about how we step. You know, like when we wear shoes, it's very easy to just stomp all over the place.
Yeah, I come down so hard on my heel. Now I'm finding even when I wear my Vibrams, it's harder than when I have bare feet.
I notice that I walk more on the balls of my feet first. Like I'll place my foot down on the ball of my foot and then ground with the heel. Whereas when I walk with shoes, it's heel first, then ball of the foot.
Yeah, I find that I step on the ball of my foot, especially if I'm going downhill. But if I'm walking on a level ground and if I'm walking slowly enough, that's the thing for me, is moving slowly.
Yeah,
I
that's
move too fast.
Yeah, it's very easy to when you're with shoes, and when you're not wearing shoes, you can't.
Right. You can't because it hurts.
It hurts.
Your foot.
Yeah, but that was interesting what you said earlier about how your mind wants you to believe that it's going to hurt, but really it doesn't.
Oh yeah, we were over under a tree that had a bunch of like dead leaves and sticks underneath it, and it had mulch around it.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And I was walking, and I found myself walking gingerly. But then we were talking about how it felt like a reflexology massage, and I said, isn't it funny that your mind will tell you that this hurts, that the actual physical sensation is hurting you, But if you pay attention, it doesn't even actually hurt. It's just a sensation that doesn't want you to ignore it.
Yeah.
It's just an intense sensation. And then it actually felt really good.
It felt
and
really good.
Really grounding and
Really,
intense.
oh my gosh.
I really feel like barefooting will be equivalent to going raw. Those of you who've gone raw or have gone somewhat raw and noticed the changes that happen in your mood and your health and your clarity, something just might have flown up my nose. Sorry, dude. If he did, he's on to his next incarnation now because I know I just squashed him. Sorry. Anyway, I think barefooting is so similar. I think that it's going to be as much of a shift. Only after 2 days, I already feel very different.
Yeah,
Very
I mean, you
different.
just communicate with the earth this way. I mean, it doesn't even have to be on the raw earth. We found that even walking on gravel.
Because gravel's full of crystals.
Yeah, it is.
And
yeah,
stones.
and there's it just massages your feet. It's freaking awesome.
It's fun times, and it's warm and cool, and you feel so much of a difference. I mean, if you're too hot and you walk on wet grass, your body temperature is down so fast. You would be surprised to see how much of a difference that makes. So,
and we were also talking about how both of us have really recently wanted to like bare our midriff and just wear a lot of like just
Very
show
strange.
a lot of skin, which is still not really super accepted by society.
not accepted because it's just that it feels good and
It
the
feels
air
really
feels good.
Like I want
Yeah.
as much air contact as possible. Like if it just feels like we're both in our bikini tops.
Yeah, and-
just
yeah.
walking around.
And it's funny because I do sometimes feel like people, because usually I'll wear this thing when I'm out in my bikini right now, but I'm finding that I'm still a little bit afraid of what culture's going to think of me. But then I remember, I'm like, well, but why does a cultural norm ever mean it's a good idea? Often it means the opposite.
And that's how we break old patterns. Is that a few brave souls decide to just.
And I've not gotten impolitely addressed not one time. No one has been rude to me. No one has catcalled me. Nothing has happened that you would be afraid of being a woman and wearing like your skin out. I think it's also the way you carry yourself. It's obvious that I'm not trying to say, ooh, look at my skin.
It makes
It's
a difference. Yeah, it makes
that's
a
how I'm
difference
dressing.
how you do it. How you
Yeah.
wear your skin makes a difference.
Ooh, I like that. That's going to be the motto. Wear your skin. And what was the other thing we were saying? Oh, I don't know. There's so many. They come
There's
and
so
go.
many things. I know.
What else were we talking about? Was it fasting or on the way here? What was it?
So many things. But we are fasting today.
Yeah, we are fasting.
We are fasting today.
Which, are you feeling like your senses are more intense?
Yes. Yeah. I
Because
feel a
you
little
sense so
like
much
I
energy.
feel a little like it's funny because it goes in waves. Like I'll feel little pangs
Your
of
hunger?
hunger and then it
Do you
goes away and I
breathe deep?
forget. I don't think to
Yeah.
do it, but
Remember,
I know
'cause that'll make
that's
it
a
go
really
away.
good point. Yeah.
Yeah, our bodies, going fasting for one day is not in any way going to hurt you. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
even
not.
really going to make you lose weight. Like, that's not the
That's
reason
not
to
the
do it.
point, Yeah.
The point is to allow your body to detox because the digestive system would always rather digest than detox.
Yeah.
Although I think that that's largely, if not primarily, what it's for, especially if you think about things like sun gazing, where you don't need to eat as much. And I've also noted that my appetite has been suppressed since I've been barefooting. Don't need as much food. I don't need as much food
That
for
makes
fuel.
sense.
And so if that's the case and you don't need to eat very much, which I find when I'm sun gazing, often I really don't. But I feel super energetic. I go to the gym and lift weights. Like, I'm not in any way laying around all day. I'm definitely using my body. So it's not just that I don't notice I don't have any energy. I actually do have energy.
People think that we need more food than we actually do.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
what
a
I'm
lot
discovering.
more.
And
It depends if it's nutrient rich,
Yeah.
you know? Because
Yeah.
if it's not, you need to eat a bunch of it to get those nutrients.
That's true. Well, some people, even with the nutrient-rich food we were talking about,
That's true.
earlier,
That's true.
with just like still, even some people that follow the raw food diet will like eat excessive amounts of it because about calories. They're thinking about it from a standpoint of calories, which
that
is
just
really
makes me
ridiculous.
laugh. I've
I
never,
know,
the whole
'cause
time
it's like
I've been raw,
numbers.
I've never,
Yeah, and that's
ever
probably
thought
it's
about
better. I
calories.
mean, it's the whole point.
Or
is,
carbs.
Yeah,
Never
and
think
it's
about
funny when
carbs.
people say carbs. Yeah, it's interesting
Ugh.
because it's like your body will tell you when you've had enough and when you need some, if you really, really tune in.
Mm-hmm.
And lots of times, like the other night we had Charis made this amazing mandala of kiwis and strawberries, and it was like beautifully plated, and then we like charged it with energy and
Yeah, we pulled one of your goddess cards, and
yeah.
while she read it,
Yeah.
we put it face down and moved it over the dish so it imbued the food.
And then I noticed that when we were sitting down to actually eat it, I was like, I told Charis, like, I already feel like I'm full. Like, because half of it is
not
the
all from food,
presentation.
y'all.
It's not. There's so much more to it. And there was a period of time when I was coming out in the sun, like, every day for, like, a couple hours, at least every day. and I had barely had to eat, like, and that was very unusual for me because usually I have a major
And you would
appetite.
never know by any other way, like your weight probably didn't fluctuate, right? No, so it's not like you lose weight. It's not like you, well, I bet your weight would have fluctuated if you had a lot of excess, what is it, insulation weight.
Yeah.
Because when you are carrying extra weight, often people who carry extra weight are empathic and need to insulate from the people around them. Look at that beautiful little grasshopper.
I see it. Oh, he's so cute.
Oh, so cute.
He's like right
He's
in
right
front
at
of
the
you
camera,
guys.
you guys. Do you see his little self? Look
There
at
he
him.
is. He's like, I don't want to be on
It's
camera.
like, I am camera shy.
Yeah.
He's a prima donna.
He is.
I like that
Completely.
about him.
It's weird that we assume that he's a guy. Probably is.
We don't always, though.
Yeah. I feel like we usually do. Maybe they're
Only with little animals. Yeah, because the spider we said dude. It's just because we call everything dude.
Dude, yeah, that's
That's
what it
why.
is.
That's
So-
the actual. And now he's on the camera.
Oh, there he is. Oh, he's
So
climbing
what
a
were
bit.
we talking about? We were talking about gaining or losing weight. I bet if you had a bunch of insulation weight, because usually people who hold extra weight are empathic. You need to insulate yourselves because you work or live in a situation where people are mean to you or use you. And also the second thing is fat cells actually squeeze your nerves. So it actually insulates you because they squeeze and compress them. Therefore, since intuition runs along the nervous system, which is the meridian line, well, meridian lines, many of them, then it suppresses your intuition. So if you were carrying extra weight and you sun gazed a bunch and walked barefoot and didn't need to eat very much, your weight would probably shift to whatever your DNA code wants you to have.
Exactly. That's the key, is like, where is it most natural for you? Because sometimes we have these images of how we should look, and you know, they're not always accurate. Sometimes they are.
Yeah.
Sometimes they are.
It depends. It depends
really
on whether it
depends.
makes you feel wonderful when you think about it,
Yeah.
or if it makes you feel guilty because you're not already at it. That's how you know.
Guys.
And something I always used to tell my students back when I used to teach classes about health and fitness was that if you had the blueprint for the most amazing several $million mansion, beautiful spiral staircases, you know, pillars and balconies and swimming pools and all this kind of stuff, but you gave your builder cardboard boxes and Scotch tape, he's not going to be able to make you your mansion.
Yeah.
Our DNA wants us to be perfect physical beings. Oh, there he is.
He's like sliding down the camera.
He's just
That's
sitting still.
so funny. He's just completely let go
I
of
wish you
control.
guys could see that.
Oh my god.
He's like surfing.
He
He's surfing
is.
the glass.
I wish you guys could see him. That was hilarious. He
He
just
was
like
super cute.
slid right down.
He's like your Jiminy Cricket. That's his name.
Aw.